Hi friends, I'm Miss Becky and today we're going to be discussing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the act of paying attention to what's happening right now, how your body feels, what you might see, what you can hear, what you can smell or taste. When we take moments to do this, it can make us calm and happy. It's good for our bodies and helps us when we're mad, frustrated, or sad. Here's a rhyme about mindfulness. Two little eyes that look around, two little ears that hear each sound, one little nose that smells what's sweet, and one little mouth that likes to eat. We might find ourselves frustrated, upset, excited at times, and when that happens, our breathing can get out of control. One way to bring control back to your breathing is to practice breathing in and out daily. Now we can practice this by using the number 3. We're going to count by breathing in 3 times by the number 3 and bringing our arms out wide, and then we're going to count 3 and bring our arms back in to our heart. Okay, I'm actually going to use my Hoberman spear to show the expansion and contraction of our breath. So let's get started. Okay, ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Let's try it again. Ready? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it again. As you practice your breathing, it's actually good to hold your breath once you've taken a big breath in before you let it back out. So when we're done with this, you could practice that a little bit more. Another great thing to be mindful about is how our body feels. Each morning I like to get up and bring mindfulness to my body by moving it around. So you could practice this with me too. The first thing I do when I get up is I like to move my ankles around. So I give my ankles a little twist, and then I like to move to my legs, and I just move my legs about. Do one at a time, little point, one at a time, try not to fall over. It's all about the balance. And I bring my arms out, and I like to make big circles. If you don't want big circles, you can make little ones, and I make big circles in one direction. Then I stop, and I make big circles in the other direction. The next thing I do is I like to move my wrist about and wiggle my fingers while I'm doing that. And again, I go in one direction, and then I go in another. Now, this is my favorite part of my morning routine. I stand up nice and straight and tall, and I take my shoulders and I try to have them meet my ears. So I scrunch my shoulders up, and then I release. Scrunch my shoulders up, and then I release. It's very relaxing for my back. Another fun movement exercise is moving our necks and our heads around. So we're just gonna twist our heads on top of our necks in one direction. And then we're gonna twist our heads in the other direction. Very good. And finally, I like to take my whole body, stretch my legs out, and I like to wiggle my whole body around in one direction, and then wiggle it around in the other direction. Make sure everything is loose. And sometimes, just give it all a big shake. Big shake. So now that I have my mindfulness on how my body feels, we can think about our internal feelings. And I'd like to thank Anthony Browne and Candlewick Press for letting us read this book today. How do you feel? Well, sometimes I feel bored. And sometimes I feel lonely. Sometimes I feel very happy. And sometimes I feel sad. Sometimes I feel angry, and sometimes I feel guilty. Oh, what would he be guilty about? Could it be that he drew on the wall and we shouldn't be doing that? Sometimes I feel curious. It looks like he's curious about this book called The Most Dangerous Pop-Up Ever. But sometimes I'm surprised. I guess the book surprised him. I can feel confident, but I can also feel shy. I can feel a bit worried, but more often I feel really silly. Sometimes I feel very hungry, and sometimes very full. Right now, I feel a little sleepy. How do you feel? These are all different ways that our buddy here can feel, and you could feel them too. One last thing I'd like to talk about is a feeling that we share with other people, and that is the feeling of love and caring. And we love our family and we love our friends, but one person that's very important that we should love is ourselves. So at the end of each day, you could practice loving yourself by giving yourself a giant hug. So what I like to do is I like to reach my arms out wide, wide, wide and look up at the sky. And then I like to bring my arms in and wrap them around myself, bring my head down, close my eyes, and give myself a little shake. And thank myself for getting through each day. Let's do it one more time. Arms out wide, wide, wide. And then squeeze in tight. And just say thank you to yourself. You're doing a great job, and it's okay to have the feelings you have. So before we leave today, how about we sing a little song? How about we do it If You're Happy and You Know It? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, wiggle your fingers. If you're happy and you know it, wiggle your fingers. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, wiggle your fingers. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Thank you so much for joining me in this mindful story time. I cannot wait to see you again. I hope you're staying home and staying safe. We miss you at the library. We'll see you soon. Bye.